me strong, you're making me stand. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake, powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, you're my titanium, fight song, raising up like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible.
Happy MLK Day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the most must-see Berkshire League talk show in history. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Cody Diz. I know we haven't put out a video in a while, but the Instagram keeps blowing up. So, thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been giving that that account. Really appreciate it. We got a few things to cover today because there's a lot to catch you up on, because we have not put out a video, even though you guys have seen the Instagram. It would be nice to get a little perspective on it, so let's go in depth about some things. But first and foremost, please like the video as soon as you hear this. Comment what you guys want to see on the rundown. We're going to at least trying to get some maybe footage at some point this season of games. It's going to be very difficult to do because of all the pandemic stuff that's going on. If people get in close contact, if there's game cancellations, it's going to be tough to do, but we're going to try and see what we can do. And most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube. I know there's a lot of Instagram followers that haven't subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe. We definitely could use the support. Alright, let's get into it. So, the first thing that we got to talk about is we have seen some dominant games over the last year. Not even just from this season, but from last season. This one is definitely one of the most impressive. Dominic Dao, who we've been talking about a lot on this channel over the last, few weeks, probably the last month and a half, because he's the main man that's leading Terryville right now. He's got Terryville in first place, and if this performance doesn't tell you that he should be the top MVP candidate right now, I don't know what will. This dude put up 51 points. 51. It ties second for the Terryville franchise record. This guy is legitimately on pace to just continue balling, and probably right now he's averaging probably like high 20s right now in points per game just from that one performance. If not 20s, probably 30s. This guy is literally going off, and he's really the motor for Terryville. If they were to somehow lose him at all this year due to anything, they would probably only be like a mid-card team right now. But right now, Dom Dao is dominating. He's leading the team to massive wins. He's gotten wins out of the league, which is impressive because outer BL games are very tough to do. So the fact that he's taken on this leadership role is incredible. Terryville's definitely been doing very well. Freddie Camp for Northwestern. He is here. We were waiting so long for his debut, and finally we got it a couple weeks ago. And, his first game back wasn't entirely great. I believe he only had about 6 or 7 points. But he's starting to show out. I mean, this kid, if you want to look back on the Instagram, you can, but we're showing it right now. All these dunks that he's throwing down. He's throwing down lobs. He's throwing down just regular two-handers and rim hangers. This kid is proving that he's the most athletic in the BL, and honestly, I compare him to a Russell Westbrook. He is the Russell Westbrook of the Berkshire League, and that is kind of, that's kind of odd to say because Russell Westbrook, obviously, he's an NBA star. He's made a career out of this. Freddie Camp he's dominating. He's finally getting his stride after the first game where he struggled. He's making good shots. He's taking good shots. He's driving in and getting inside a crap ton. He is really doing a good job of, pacing this offense. On fast break, you're not going to stop him, and he's finding his teammates. He's finding guys open. He's finding Devin DeVita a lot of the time, and that's why DeVita has been, cooking recently when it comes to the point totals. there's a lot of people that also have been stepping up. But another guy that definitely needs his respect, Charlie Coffey. This guy is the second person in the BL MVP running because he's averaging a double-double right now, and he just proved that he could be clutch. If you guys haven't seen this, I don't know why you haven't, because the Instagram is popping, but Charlie Coffey, at the end of the game against Chapag, at Chapag, nailing a buzzer beater in the corner to win. That is clutch. That is vintage. All right? That is something that some people aren't able to do. Actually, most people aren't able to do. But he had the ice in his veins. And apparently now all the Wamogo kids are starting to type corner. I don't understand the corner type of thing. I guess because it's where he shot in the corner. But I don't know. It's kind of an odd thing to me. But I respect it. And Wamogo's really got each other's backs. They are proving why they are a dominant force right now. Their record doesn't show that they are a top team, but they're playing very well, I would say. Big-time stars are, or not really big-time stars, but guys who are stepping up that we probably didn't expect. Devin DeVita was the top guy that we already talked about. I mean, we've talked about him for weeks. He's just made a massive impact, and you guys have seen on the Instagram the stats that he puts up. One of the last games he had 27 and 20. He also had a 29 point, I'm pretty sure he had like a 29-point game a few days ago. But this kid is dominating on the boards as well. Other guys like Ryan O'Donnell for Terryville stepping up in points. Charles Rickenbach has led in points a couple of times for Nanawag. He's really done a good job on the rebounds. Dylan Chung, he's been the top guy for Nanawag. He has been consistently leading them in points. For Gilbert, I mean, granted, Gilbert has not really done much this season, but there are two guys that are really stepping up are Nolan Adams and Grayson Ursoni, and they're both juniors, I believe, and they are going to continue this probably next year, and Gilbert has good hope, and they might have good intentions next year. This year, it's a prove-yourself type of year for them, so good job by those two juniors. They're really doing a great job of pushing the pace, making open shots. They do a good job of scoring. And that's exactly what Gilbert's needed. They need even, consistent scoring around their team. Last year, it was kind of a mix of just like Dylan Crowley and Carfiro. The year before, it was Crowley and Hunter Smith. This year, they kind of have started to figure out that it's a point guard and a center type of thing with them. Liam Pacific. So you guys all know Logan Pacific. He's a senior right now for Chapag, and he's been good. He stepped up in the big moments last year for Chapag when they had a massive pandemic issue where they only had 5 guys playing. At one point, I'm pretty sure he was one of the 5 guys that was playing. He did a very good job, and he's a good scorer. But Liam, who's his younger brother, he's making an impact. He has led their team a couple of times this year, so he's done a very good job. And having that brother connection on your team, it just really proves to be something solid, for the future. Because with the O'Donnells in Terryville, we're seeing that with Ryan after Sean had dominated for a few games last year. So those connections really follow through. Alex King is really doing well for Wamogo, and it's another piece that Charlie Coffey needs along with Nolan Tortoro. There's a lot of guys that are really stepping up, and I'm proud of these guys because maybe they're not the big-time names that everyone expected, but they're stepping up. And they're making names for themselves. So keep your eyes on all those players because they're really doing a good job right now. And they could very well be part of some key playoff runs. Let's step away from that. And let's go to the team that has really not been talked about too much, Litchfield. So they've been on a tear this year. They are I believe they're second in the Berkshire League at the moment. Because they're 5-1 in the Berkshire League and 1-1 out of the BL. They're 6-2 currently. They've had a really good year, and the main focus of that is that big 3 that they've got. Daniel Dyke, Harrison Barnes, and Tom Gostowski. They are balling. I mean, Daniel Dyke and Harrison Barnes have both put up multiple 20-point games. Gostkowski's kind of like in the teens to, single-digit numbers. But then they have A.J. Quesnel, a point guard, and he's putting up some good points for them on the occasion. So this team is deep, and it's really reminding me of it's kind of reminding me of the Miami Heat big three, like LeBron, Bosh, and Wade. They got two scorers, and they got a guy down low to help out, and that's kind of where Gostkowski is, I would say. And then they have a point guard that's solid. He's like the Mario Chalmers, and that is definitely AJ Quesnel, but they are doing a very good job with what they've got, and I have a feeling this is going to be one heck of a playoff run that they're going to go on, because they still got the mindset from last year. They got their playoff tournament taken away from them. They had to forfeit that game because of a pandemic issue, and they were not even able to honor Matt Russo in the tournament, which was their intention. They were going to try and go all the way in the tournament to win it for Russo. So this year is their year, I believe, and that's why I've picked them so many times. They're a solid team, and I really have a lot of hope for them, and I think they're going to dominate. Now, the reason that we haven't had so many videos come out is because holiday season was kind of a whole mixture of stuff, and I just haven't had the time to get around to making a video, so I hope you guys kind of understand that while I don't have as much time as I used to, that I'm still going to try and crank out videos on the occasion, but the Instagram is the major thing that I'm trying to work with, and I hope you guys all understand that this is probably one of the most important things to me right now, is giving you the content that you guys need and want, and just making the BO relevant and getting them all noticed. And people that have already taken note of this are guys like Dominic Dao, Freddie Camp, Daniel Dyke has been on the Rundown Instagram occasionally. Charlie Coffey is really making a statement. Like, these guys that are playing well, they're getting their recognition. And the guys who, maybe not be stars, like Ryan O'Donnell, Devin DeVita, Charles Rickenbach, Dylan Chung, like all of these guys, they're getting their recognition because they deserve it, and they're playing hard, and I respect every single one of them. So this season's going to be interesting down the rest of the line. I can't wait to see what happens, and currently right now for the MVP race, it's Dominic Dao, Charlie Coffey, and I'm putting Devin DeVita in that number 3. I know we haven't really talked about the MVP race in a long time, but Devin DeVita is my 3 right now because of how hard he's been playing, how much he carried Northwestern when Freddie Camp was not there, and the fact that he's still contributing even with Freddie there. So that's my list: Dow, Coffey, DeVita. And if you have an argument, put it in the comment section. Would love to see what you guys have kind of featured on there. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I know it's kind of a short video, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video. Comment who you guys think should be in the MVP race, and basically what else you want to see on this channel. And please subscribe to the channel. Would definitely love the subscriber count to go up, and I really appreciate the support you guys have given on the Rundown Instagram. Currently, we actually finally hit 1,200 followers, and we're actually almost at 1,300, and we have passed the 500th post. I was going to do something special, but I kind of just lost my train of thought and lost my track on that. But thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Happy MLK Day, everyone. Peace out.